It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah!
All right.
At long last, live at 10:30.
It's only been a few minutes. It's 11:31. Do you know where your cubicle
Is it
show
really
is?
11:30? Oh my goodness. Okay, so
All right, I'm Scott,
I'm Bill.
and this is
The Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Epi number 83.
I'm eating my breakfast because I was supposed to eat this before the Cubicle Show, but then before the Cubicle Show, we got sucked into this meeting that took a full, it was more than an hour.
It was like an hour and 10 minutes.
I couldn't eat my breakfast because I was sitting up near the front and everybody was looking at me, and everybody knows you can't eat breakfast while people are watching you unless it's on a Facebook live stream.
You want to see what I did during it?
So
I drew a bunch of pictures. I wrote a couple songs.
you wrote some songs?
Yeah, see?
Jeez, I couldn't do anything. Man, so you might have thought we were dead in this past hour that we weren't here, but actually we were in a meeting about how to not be dead because it was health insurance.
As I was bored during the meeting, I went onto the Facebook page and I posted something being like, hey, the Cubicle Show is going to start in a few minutes, because I really thought we would have been out by 10:45, 11 o'clock. But nope, that's not the case. Anyways, you ready to get into it here?
I'm ready.
And we're not talking about the television show. But we are talking about this television show with Miley Cyrus. Because last night on The Voice, she said, she revealed that she doesn't even like her own music. She was praising one of the contestants, Brooke Simpson, and she said, she's got such an amazing ear and an amazing way to interpret pop music. That's, I guess, what Brooke said. And then Miley says here, which I'm a pop star sitting here, and I don't even like pop music half the time. I don't even like my own pop music most of the time. But you take a song that's on the radio that I can't always relate to, and like Adam said, make it about you. So Miley doesn't like her own music. Are you really surprised? Because honestly, I'm not at all. And the same as
because it's like they prepackage these pop stars. That's all they do.
Right.
They say you got a good. They somebody writes the song. They say who would be the best fit for this song. They ship it to them. They record it. Somebody else overproduces it. They put it out. It becomes a big hit. They don't really all they do is put their voice on it. That's it. For the vast majority of these songs.
Perfect example. When we went and we did the top 10 Eminem singles, which you could go back and check out, one of the songs, I believe it was Love the Way You Lie, if it wasn't that one, it was the other Rihanna one, but it was a BB Rexha song originally. And then Eminem heard the chorus and everything and was like, well, I like that, so then he took the song and then Rihanna sang over the chorus, and you know what I mean? So it's like...
Oh, no, it was the new one, wasn't it? It was the new one. It was a Skylar Grey song.
No. This is an older one. We're not talking about the Walk on Water one.
Right.
But it was like Love the Way You Lie. But it was another person's song originally, and they took it. So it goes to your example of songs just get shipped around to whatever. One of the biggest songs of the past 5 years, that Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth song, See You Again, I guess that was shopped around to a lot of people before Wiz Khalifa even got on it.
So was it written about Paul Walker? Was it written about Paul Walker and they said who should perform this? Because I know Wiz Khalifa has a history of being on Fast and Furious tracks.
Yeah, I don't know that.
It makes sense.
It was not written about Paul Walker.
Who was it written about?
Actually written about who's the guy who sings Charlie Puth's friend that passed away.
Oh, so Charlie Puth wrote the song.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then look at that. Stephanie's coming over not just with the hot take, but with the info hot off the presses.
Facts on facts.
But you know what I have to say about Miley Cyrus? Dissing her own work? Miley, you're not a critic, so just shut up and sing. All right, shut up and sing
your
the track.
job.
Do your job.
Damn.
Where's that Patriots mug?
Where is G-Dog with his mug to show to Miley Cyrus?
He's actually not here.
That's your job.
That's right.
All right. So, speaking of music, we're rolling through stuff right now. Rolling Stone, the magazine, not the world's greatest rock and roll group.
You actually believe that?
Self-proclaimed.
Okay, good, because you're not a critic. You can't make a value judgment on that.
But what I have learned is that if you say something and you roll with it, and you continue to roll with it, people might think it's crazy at first, but eventually they'll just agree with it.
Right, like your favorite president, me.
classic.
That's my
Trump.
favorite. That's like my favorite line in any tweet. That's up there with, I would never call him short and fat. Like these are both Trump tweets. I love it. It's a comedy factory. Okay, all right.
All right, Rolling Stones put out a list of the 50 best albums of the year, and the number one album goes to.
Wait, I think I hold on. Just give me like 2 seconds. Let me take
Yep.
a guess on Kendrick.
It is Kendrick Lamar's Damn.
I read that earlier, but I feel like I probably would have come close to that with a guess anyway, just because it's one of the top selling albums of the year and critically acclaimed and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I would say that's up there as one of the best albums. Like, I think it checked off a lot of the marks on what people would look for. I'm not a critic,
Right.
but
But
if I
if
was
you were to
looking
pretend
for
like
it,
you were a critic.
like, did the album stand for something? Yeah. Did you get? Was it a fun album? Yeah. Did it have like stuff that you can learn from it? Yeah. Did it sell well? Yeah. Did it have singles? Yeah. I think it was pretty good.
Jeez, I
album.
don't even know what I would say was my favorite album of the year because I don't guess a lot of my favorite artists didn't really put out albums this year. So Fall Out Boy's got a new one coming up soon in it was like January 18th to January 20th of this coming year. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm not. This year Kendrick's album I liked. I like Jay-Z's album a lot. I can't remember if Blink-182 put their album out this year or last year, but I didn't like California that much. Okay, so should we go over all 50 of them?
Should we read them from top to
No,
bottom?
no.
Okay.
I'm not doing
I was
that.
going to say, how much time do we have left to fill? No, because I got stuff to talk about,
Okay.
even though we just hit the two major plot points. Because, again, we didn't have too much time to sit down and put this together because we were in a meeting for an hour while they disrespected our
He's
show.
like, yo, lad, I'm going out to get some Bell.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I was like, word. So I was like, okay, let me just jot down. And I wrote down Miley Cyrus doesn't like her own music and the best albums. And then next thing I know, there's this meeting here. I guess you're supposed to read emails.
Okay, but the subject line didn't say anything about a meeting, so I was just like, oh, whatever. It's another email that I
Another
can
one
probably,
of them, yeah.
whatever. Speaking of which,
Okay, so top 10 albums real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Right?
Top
Or
10
do
from
you gotta
Rolling
go?
Stone. No, I was just gonna say, like when I went out to get my Taco Bell, I came back and somebody had taken my parking spot. We got fewer employees here than we used to. I thought that would maybe at least mean that I could keep my dang parking spot when I come back, but no.
The nerve.
It's-
Okay, so number 10, Sam Smith, The Thrill of It All. That kind of snuck up because that was only released a month ago or so.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. It was his first number one album.
Migos Culture at number 9. They have had quite a few big singles off that.
Yeah, they're like blowing right up.
Queens of the Stone Age, Villains.
Couldn't tell you anything about it.
I'm not surprised, or I'm surprised that they're on the list. I didn't even know they put out new music. Taylor Swift, Reputation at number 7.
Oh, wow, I can't. That deserves to be number one. How dare you, Rolling Stone, not recognize the majesty.
What label is she under?
Big Machine.
Well, Big Machine's going to stop.
Yeah, they're
Stop
gonna
going to
gonna
Rolling
put the
Stones.
hurt on Rolling Stone.
The embargo
pretty
is
soon.
gonna be
yeah, the
pretty
embargo. The Big Machine embargo.
That's so funny. I wish you knew. All right, so Khalid, his album American Teen, number 6. Pretty good album, in my opinion. Number 5, the LCD Sound System American Dream.
Ooh, American Teen, American Dream.
Number 4, Kesha,
American Rainbow.
Rainbow
No,
in
it's just plain
America.
Rainbow. Plainbow.
Number 3, U2, Songs of Experience, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it was good, but I didn't even know they put out an album. Lord, Melodrama, number 2.
I did hear a couple tracks off that album. Didn't listen to the whole thing, but it's pretty good, I will say.
And then number 1, like we said, Kendrick Lamar's Damn. Now, should we go back and do a top 10 list of the top 10
album?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we
dude,
do that
there we
this
go.
week?
That's week's list.
That's our next top 10
Fate
list?
ranks your top 10 Rolling Stone. So let's see what you have to say
This
about
is
that.
going to be so good. I can't wait to do that.
Good
All right, so
idea.
what else you want to throw into
All
the
right,
show
so one
today
thing I want to talk about is Saturday Night Live. Did you hear about this?
No.
About how they're trying to wipe this one skit out of existence?
No.
All right, so October 7th, this skit originally aired, and this past weekend, because it was Thanksgiving, they did a rerun. They re-aired the October 7th episode, but they cut one of the skits, and they've had it stricken from YouTube and Hulu, and they're trying to take it down off the internet.
Okay.
That's not how the internet works. Beyonce already learned that after the Super Bowl in 2013 or 2014.
But
whatever it
is
was.
that even true that Beyonce tried to get that picture taken down?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's like she sent, like, letters to the internet. She wrote a letter to
was that actually, like, Was that
I
actually
read that
fact?
on a reputable
See,
news site.
I
not just
read
like a
it too,
tabloid
but
rag.
I don't have any actual confirmation that she really did try to get Tyree removed.
You don't think that she would? You
I
don't think
think-
that's the kind of thing Beyonce would do? Would be like, I'm
I
Beyonce,
do think it's
take
something
those
that
off the
she would
internet.
do, but I also think that she's smart enough to realize that it's impossible.
I don't actually think she's smart. I feel like she's so disconnected from reality that she probably doesn't realize that's impossible. She has people check the internet for her. She doesn't use the internet. This is Beyonce. It's Queen Bee.
Flame broiled, Billy take.
There we go. I'm filling in. All right. So anyway, this skit was a Safe Light Auto Glass commercial parody.
Oh,
And
yeah.
do you remember
I
this?
remember, yeah.
So what happens is basically the dude comes out to fix this woman and her teenage daughter. He comes out to fix their windshield, and their windshield keeps breaking, and he keeps coming out to fix it, and he's doing it repeatedly, and he's breaking the glass so he can hit on the teenage girl. I don't know who approved this and thought that this was a good idea, especially because October 7th. Pretty sure that was after all the sexual harassment and sexual abuse.
I think it was right when it was
started to
starting to
break.
really kind of get going.
Okay, so maybe when did Hugh Hefner die? Because he was the linchpin that was holding all that
Well,
stuff under wraps.
We were talking the other day, and we're like, well, it's crazy. Did we say this on the Cubicle
I don't know
Show?
if we said it on the show.
All right, so
So let's say it again.
when Hugh Hefner died, everybody started getting all the sexual assault cases started coming out and everything. So was he this force field protecting all these sexual assaulters? And now that he's dead, this force field has been raised, and now these sexual assaulters are now being
Hugh Hefner was the
prosecuted?
physical anchor that kept these secrets, like the Pandora's box of sexual harassment, assault, abuse, whatever you want to call it. When he died, it was all released, and that's why. First, it started with the Harvey Weinstein, and again, I've heard it. People criticize me and say it's Weinstein. No, it's not. You get Weinstein or you get Weinstein. You don't get both. That was the first thing that broke, and then that snowballed into all of this other stuff. But anyway, yeah. So they tried SNL took the skit out this past week. They tried to get it removed from the internet, but you can still view it on Vimeo because that's like the Wild West of internet video sites. So if you want to look up the Safe Light Auto Glass parody,
soon to be no Wild West of the internet.
Yeah. Well, because of net neutrality, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Unless you pay to get your stuff boosted more. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Yeah, oh, that's a complex subject.
Which it may benefit a company like this. But, anyways. Alright, so that skit was definitely tasteless, but I don't think it was, too extreme, to be honest
it wasn't.
with you.
It was weird.
It was definitely weird, but...
Okay, it's the kind of thing where I looked at that and say, how did this get approved? Who said this was okay? But I'm not personally offended. I could chuckle at this and say that's creepy and weird, but also kind of amusing. But there are so many people out there who get wicked butthurt over this kind of stuff that I would never make a joke like that.
It was in poor taste. There's no doubt about it that it was in poor
right.
taste. I don't think it was the worst of what they could have done because there's obviously way worse things they could have,
Frankly,
went for there. It basically ended with
the guy started hitting on the mom.
Yeah,
too.
you know what I mean. So it was weird. It was in poor taste, but
I
it's
think
not coming off.
I think there's a place for poor taste, as long as it's not completely disgusting. Let's put it that way.
Speaking of poor taste, James Franco.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I thought
James Franco.
Well, James Franco, Kevin Hart, and Sarosi? Or is it Ronan?
I don't know how to say that name. Sire? I really
Ronan?
don't know how to say that.
I guess they're all going to be hosting SNL in December, so be on the lookout for that.
I don't have. Who the heck is that?
Okay, so do you think The Rock shows up to Kevin Hart's SNL taping and they actually make the transition of getting rid of Tyrese from the Fast and Furious franchise?
Oh, man.
So he becomes, what's his name?
I was just thinking, so he
Roman?
becomes, Roman Pierce. I was just thinking the other day, they don't even necessarily need to replace Tyrese or even have Roman. Just bring that guy from the third movie in. The guy from Tokyo Drift. He was in 7, briefly, kind of explaining some things to Dom. Just bring him in I thought they were going to bring him in as a main dude anyway to replace Brian. And they didn't. They wasted, unless they have a plan for his return in 9. And they add him in. And this has been, again, conspiracy theory time. This has been their plan all along. They're trying to push Tyrese out so they can bring, was it Shane Black? Is that his name? I can't actually remember what the character's name is.
I don't know much about Fast and Furious.
I mean,
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I know, definitely. Yeah, Kyle,
bring
definitely.
him
Wishful
in for-
thinking. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, thanks for sticking around, Kyle.
Yeah.
Even though we were late by an hour.
I know it was a few minutes.
It's
A
60,
few-
60 minutes.
A few hours.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
So yeah.
Well, anyways.
Anyway.
So that's pretty much that for this show. Anything
yeah.
else you want to throw in?
I mean, we could talk about how the Marvel contracts are almost up, but that's just
Should we touch on that real quick?
Let's touch on it real quick because the contracts for some of the main actors of the Avengers are up after Avengers 2, which comes out in 2019. Robert Downey Jr., who is Iron Man, Chris Evans, who is Captain America, Mark Ruffalo, who's the Hulk, Jeremy Renner, who is Hawkeye, and Scarlett Johansson, who are Black Widow. What I find interesting about this is that Chris Hemsworth, Thor, his contract is not up, apparently.
I could see why, because he probably re-signed, especially with the new Thor
With the
coming
new
out
Thor
and everything.
being a big deal, yeah. So Kevin, here's another name I don't know how to pronounce, Feige, one of the big shots at Marvel. He says that the fourth Avengers movie, which doesn't have a title, is going to, quote, bring things you've never seen in a superhero film, a finale. So I guess this is, and he says it's going to be a distinct, two distinct periods, everything before Avengers 4 and everything after. So it's like this fourth Avengers movie is going to wrap up everything they've done for the last, I guess, 11 years, right? 08 to 19.
Stay focused, Marvel.
And then they have 20 more years planned beyond that. So
don't be gassed up like you're starting to get gassed up.
But also, I wanted to add that contracts running out doesn't necessarily mean anything. Robert Downey Jr.'s contract was up after Iron Man 3 in 2013, and at the time he was saying he was done with the role, and then they just threw a ton of money at him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be Iron Man for the next 6 years."
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, that's all I can say is that I don't really care what Marvel does. I'm really kind of.
Are you on the DC train?
No, I'm not on the DC train because I am a huge fan of comics, and I do love a lot of Marvel movies. I'm excited for Black Panther to come out. I've enjoyed tons and tons of Marvel movies over the years. But I will say that I really do think that they're starting to get really gassed up, and they're starting to think that they can do whatever they want. Oh, we're going to wrap up 11 years and set up the next saga all in one movie. Stop playing yourself, Marvel. And you're going to give us a 4-hour long, boring movie with forced comedy, and it's going to be horrible, and Captain America's going to be alive in it when he should be dead, so you don't even follow your storylines at all. I love Captain America, but he should have been dead a long time ago.
And there's the flame broiled take from Scott. He contributed.
He should have been walking up the steps to get awarded, and then the government sniped him out in the back of the head. That's how it ends.
Well, anyway, I got more Taco Bell that I need to eat.
What's the deal with you not making Kyle 9 and he keeps getting number 6 or 8 or
did he do it again
4
today?
Or whatever? I guess so.
What did it say?
He was number 6 this morning.
The last 3 times.
Yeah.
That's very unusual. If you've got 3 6s, you might want to check with your nearest holy man because that's the number of the devil. So.
All right. So, anyways, well, good luck, Kyle. Hopefully you get through and win yourself something. The Jams concert wheel going on all week long. We're hooking you up with tickets to see Ja Rule, Crew Love. We got Miguel tickets, WWE Live tickets, Maroon 5 tickets.
Dang.
And some
Action
lucky
Bronson?
winner. Yes. Some lucky winner is going to get all the tickets. So tune in for that. All right, with that being said, we are out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern Time.
Hopefully, as long as there are no meetings, because that's the only time zone that matters.
And to all the upper-ups in the company that are in charge of meetings. 10:30 is the cubicle time, not meeting time.
You start the meetings at 11.
11 o'clock.
Put some respect on our name.
Put some respect on a cubicle. Okay. All right.
Let's see if we're back tomorrow for another cubicle show after that.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Till then, if this is how it ends, it was great.
Yeah, we had
See
a good
ya.
run.
One.
Embarrassing.
Well, God.
Cubicle
Now we're
Show.
live, so I'm gonna
Cubicle
talk
Show.
over this intro.
Cubicle Show.
Thanks and-
Cubicle Show!
Now the song?
That's what I'm talking about, boy!
Not muted.
Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Not a rectangle show.
Not a triangle show.
Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show. Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We just got one. Boy!
Float.
Sorry, soar away.
Float away.